Hi, how you doing?
What's up, boys and girls?
It is Oluchi.
And Ricky J. Rose.
This is our Trifecta, and we are just going to get into it.
Episode 8.
Yep. So, how was your week?
My week was, it was all right. I beat level 380 on Candy Crush finally, so, you know.
I have not yet.
That was an accomplishment.
Not yet played that yet. I mean, I've seen so many people, like, really addicted and, like, asking me for
never
tickets.
played the Crush?
I've never, I don't even know how you get to it.
They be asking you for the tickets and everything on all your
like,
Facebook.
What the hell? That's like one of the now top 5 reasons I want to get off Facebook, because niggas ask me to play Farmville and Candy Crush tickets.
And it be people that I don't be expecting to play Farmville. They be sending me these questions. I'm like,
what is that?
I thought you was a tough guy. And you playing Farmville.
I've never even like is there an app for it or something?
I don't know. I never played Farmville. I'm just off the Crush.
But I mean, for Candy Crush, is it an app?
Yeah, it's an app.
Oh.
But you have to have Facebook to have the app, though.
Oh, really?
Crazy.
See, yeah. I wouldn't know. So, yeah. So, not playing that. But I did. So, I go to class, right? Mm-hmm. And apparently the class started like 3 weeks ago. And I'm just catching on. So, I show up to class last night. And my teacher's like, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? So, that was awkward. But once I like smoothed over and got into class, like, this sounds so dumb. I was learning like a mug, right? Like, everything, like, and what's funny is what we're learning, it's a writing course.
Okay.
That I'm just taking for shits and giggles. But it was like, you're learning like all these grammatical errors and all of this that you probably should have learned in elementary school. But I was like, yo. And I mean, clearly, everybody, you know, is dumb as a motherfucker in the class, because every time you would ask something, people would just be like yelling out the most random comma splice. You know what I'm saying? That's a comma splice. It's a fragment or whatever. But it was like real, like, no, this is 2 independent clauses combined by a conjunction of something, something, something. And I was like, let me write this down. You know what I'm saying? So I just shout out to learning.
Yeah.
Because I was real excited. And I know that I'm growing because I had a whole like 30-minute conversation with the professor after class.
Man or woman, professor?
Does it matter?
It matters.
It doesn't matter. It was a gay man.
So why does it matter? Why did you have to specify gay man?
Because if I would have just said man, you would have made it about something else.
She's trying to get that extracurricular.
Negative. Okay. So anywho, let's just jump right into the Black History tidbit, right? Because we're winding down on the good old Black History Month. You know what I mean?
Our 28 days is 28 days near end.
Right. So Keith Beauchamp, or I guess it's French at the end, you know, Creole. I don't know. He is a filmmaker who actually made the Emmett Till documentary. And through all his research for the Emmett Till documentary, and if you don't know who Emmett Till is, I'm going to need you to pick up a book.
Even Lil Wayne knew Emmett Till was.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So he actually got the case reopened in 2004. Well, he put together a series of like short documentaries just discussing the injustice in America, and it's coming on Identity TV. Shout out to cable. I think you have to have cable or satellite to have that. And it starts on the 24th, which will be today if you're listening.
Okay.
On Monday. And I think it comes on at 8. So if you watch Basketball Wives or whatever, you got to get your little reality TV in. Just go ahead and DVR it. But hopefully you'll tune into that first because it's more important. And he goes over just like a lot of, like, for example, let me give you an example. So he made, it's called The Injustice Files, and he made one called The Hood of Suspicion, which I'm going to attach to this podcast. So hopefully you're listening to the podcast and then you'll go below this and watch the video. And it's about, it speaks on the Trayvon Martin case. It speaks on like 3 or 4 cases where Black men have been racially profiled and then shot up by the cops, or, some random stuff. And then one case is actually about the stand your ground law that I was discussing last week, where a black man tried to use the stand your ground case when he shot a white man who came at him on his property with a box cutter, and he still is serving life in prison for that. So the documentary is really interesting, and I feel like, it's worth a little bit of your time to check out. So hopefully you guys will check it out and support him. And like I said, that is we're shouting him out for Black History. And so we'll just move it right along to the current events.
Okay. What's one? What's top? What's numero?
Oh, well, let me shout out, just for sticking to the whole Black History thing, the NAACP Image Awards will be coming on, or it'll be off by the time this airs. So I just had to shout that out just for shits and giggles. I won't be watching it, no shade. But they keep emailing me like I'm VIP. So I'm sure you got the email too. So the Winter Olympics. Do you watch the Winter Olympics?
I do.
You do? What have you watched?
Well, for whatever reason, I like figure skating.
That is so gay. No shade.
No, but listen, I don't understand why I'm so fascinated by it, but it's just so, man, it's just peaceful and like, man, it's so artistic. Like, how do you not enjoy figure skating? Like, probably because I can't skate at all. So I'm amazed at how well they can skate. Like, I'm a person, I feel like I can do a lot of things like above average, but I can't even like begin to skate. So
or dance.
No, I can dance. You saw the video.
I did.
I was moving and grooving.
Okay.
But anyway, so man, when they be just skating and the way they do it, I'm so envious. That's probably what, draws me to it.
Yeah, I probably stopped watching when I was like 9, when that girl like jackhammered that other girl knee. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, figure skating is real out here.
Yeah, shout out Nancy Kerrigan.
Right. Too real for me. So I did watch, and I'm saying watch loosely. I watched, I don't even know what you call it, but it's almost like bowling on a cool, or bullseye or whatever on the ice, and then they have those little squeegee things.
Right, which I don't understand. Like, but they say it slows it down. Like, I guess the grooves and the indentations that you're making is kind of like, little miniature speed bumps, I suppose.
Yeah, that shit's really whack. But for some reason, I was watching like a mug. Yeah. So I was watching that. I don't know, like, really what the point of that is. But
like, how do you train for that? Like, you have to train for this for a significant amount of time. Like, this is your life.
And be the best in the U.S. You know,
but this is something like, even if you come and go, like, you got to get a rail job tomorrow because you can't take this nowhere.
But apparently, I mean, ain't the gold medal worth like, you ain't got to work no more? Like, I don't know. Don't get me to tripping. You know what I mean? But so I watched that, and then I watched like some super skiing type shit where like they was just hitting these curves and like jumping off mountains, and I was just like, and then they were all women at the end of the thing. Not that women can't do that, but I was just like, whoa.
Can you ski?
I don't believe so.
Oh, you never been skiing?
I haven't.
Oh, wow.
So I'm really not a coordinated individual, so I can barely roller skate.
Oh.
So for me to, like, if I have to do too many things with my hands, eyes, and feet, it's just probably not a good idea for me to do it. Like, I would snow tube, but I haven't.
Yeah, I went skiing one time. Actually, we had a 12th grade senior trip to a ski resort back in, 02 or whatever. And we went to the ski resort, and I was just watching everybody as the bus pulling up. I'm like, damn, I'm going down the mountain. I'm going down the mountain today. So they was like, you got to get trained first. You got to go to like the little quick class
Tutorial.
So I'm in the tutorial, and I'm just, I'm getting my bobsled on. And I'm like, man, this is like basic. I need to hit the mountain now. Like, I done mastered this, you know what I'm saying? I could stop and, swirl, twirl, whatever. So I go on like a little baby mountain. And when I say I started going down way too fast, and I wasn't even going that fast, but in my mind, I was going like 110. Man, I did not properly dressed either. So in my...
Of course.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I'm out there with jeans on. So as I'm flying down this mountain, probably only going like 8 miles an hour, I just give up. So I just like lay back, and go dead on them. And of course, all the snow shoots up my back. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't go no more because
You was too scared.
Man, was I?
And people be like hitting trees and dying. Like
Yeah.
that's what really gets me to like. Maybe that's not for me because how fast do you have to be going to hit a tree and die from it? Like, yo, that's not my type of sport. I like little things like ping pong. You know what I mean? Table tennis.
So, do you watch the like Summer Olympic games?
When I can, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a big just watcher of that type of thing. I like football.
No,
but,
I love Summer Olympics. They got me on
yeah,
everything.
So in my house, it's on all day. You know what I mean? So like, I catch it when I can. But like, I'm not a fan of watching black people run around a circle, for entertainment.
The Jamaicans.
I ain't a fan of that, so I don't watch it. But I did watch. What was that? 2 years ago, I guess, when they were in London. Like swimming. For some reason, I got real into that, which was weird.
I got into the volleyball.
Really?
Man, I was like on the volleyball for some reason.
Male or female?
Both. Actually, like I respected the women's kind of like, teamwork with it. And, the men was more kind of like, forceful. But it was like either was really good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, moving on, the Americans so far have won 3 gold in freestyle skiing. I don't know what the difference between freestyle and like maybe formed. I don't know. 3 snowboarding golds and 1 golden, your favorite, figure skating.
I heard that figure skating thing was kind of controversial. Wasn't the girl like Russian or something? And like her country was like kind of mad.
I don't know, but they be dying. They need to go ahead and give it to her, or them and the Koreans. I don't think any Koreans are really doing anything for real in the winter. But they like will kill your whole family if you don't come home. Like silver it's not going down with second.
Yeah.
So
you saw Keely and the Bee?
Shut up. It's just not going down. So whoever, like I heard the Canadians is rocking up or whatever, and they still in all these sports, these goals for people who like their whole country roots for this. So like I don't want to watch the news in a couple weeks and it's like Russia went down. You know what I mean? So
right, Russia losing hockey is a war.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't want that drama. So okay, so our next topic, Rick.
Oh man, it saddens me when I seen this. I didn't even see it at first. I heard it. Russ Parr was talking about it on the morning show, and he just kept saying, she was unconscious in the elevator. I'm like, of course I get this stuff. I got to Google everything. And immediately, Ray Rice's face pops up on my phone. So I'm like, what little Ray do? Man, they say Ray then knocked the girl out unconscious and then drug her through the hotel lobby.
Well, this is how I found out. So I work north of D.C. And 30 minutes north of D.C. is like straight up whatever, Ravens territory. So the first thing I heard, I went to Atlantic City. So people were like, oh my God, did you see Ray Rice? Did you see his fiance? They got arrested. And I was like, whoa. I wouldn't even know who he was in real life. I would know Ray Rice, but I don't know his face. You know what I mean? So I'm like, and furthermore, if I seen some lady assed up coming off the elevator, yeah, I would have saw that. But when I saw the they playing the video at work, first of all. Mm-hmm. Homie was, just dragged. Like, I was so confused. Like, she drunk or where are we getting this knocked out thing? I don't know because I didn't read.
Well, it's supposedly she spit on him, or allegedly she spit on him and hit him first. So I guess that justify him making her go night.
But did anybody see him hit her?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's always...
we have all this video of her, like, laid out in the lobby.
Yeah, like, I think they don't really want to show it.
Oh, okay.
That's probably for the police, because, there's always cameras in elevators.
Yeah, so I'm like... So he knocked her out in
the elevator.
In the elevator? Because they both ended up going to jail.
Right.
So...
And that's the crazy part. Like, they had to wake her up to take her to jail.
So that's what I was confused about. Like, so is that what... Because I'm still thinking she's intoxicated. So I'm like, is that public intoxication? Why did she go to jail?
Right.
If she was like battered and injured. But I just thought, she really, I guess from video, she really looked drunk. Because she was kind of conscious, kind of not. But his whole like reaction to it was just like, fuck it, I try to get her off the elevator. And he just like left her.
Or it's like, to me, he's a psychopath. Now, if I beat your ass in the elevator, when that thing hits the lobby, I'm gonna be pressing level 3 so quickly to get this elevator door to shut. I'm trying to get you back to the room, apologize. Listen, I lost my temper. This can't go public. What you need. But no, Mr. Man says, get the fuck out the hotel. You coming through the lobby, however it takes.
But he really didn't even drag her through the lobby for real. It was like he got her halfway off the elevator and then was like, what y'all want to do? Can y'all get her?
She was so limp. He probably didn't, realize what it was going to be like carrying the dead body. He saw Weekend at Bernie's and thought it was going to be sweet.
I'm just like, I've been lifting these weights, but I ain't think
and this is not funny, but it is a little like
because I'm still confused. That's the only reason why it's humorous. But let me tell you what I saw. I did take it off Facebook because I thought, okay, I'm doing too much. But what is it? Family Guy, the dude that's always like giggity giggity.
Okay.
So he always like dragging somebody in his house. So they had one where he was like dragging this like half naked lady into his house and was like, Ray Rice be like. When I said that joint, I took it off because I was like, okay, I have no chill with this. So, but I'm just saying, like, what? That's what makes me believe, like, maybe he didn't whip her ass for real because you just left all the evidence out.
But that's the thing, though. It's just your fiance. If you my people's,
who you gonna marry?
I'm not. There's no way I'm gonna let you be that embarrassed in front of the world. You know what I'm saying? If you were drunk, let's say she was drunk, I'm not gonna bring you out to where more people can see you intoxicated and drunk. Nah, I'm trying to get you back upstairs. So that lets me know she was in the wrong and he did not want her in the presence no more.
But then wouldn't you have just left her in the elevator and just came out? Like, fuck it.
Something. I'm sure she was knocked out before the first floor. So I'd have probably hit number 2 and, went down the service elevator or the service steps.
I need to see the tapes. I need to see the 1, 2. You know what I'm saying?
Or I want to see her getting on the elevator.
Yeah, something. Because I'm confused about all of what. Like, you spitting? Like, where did you hear that from?
Twitter. That's why I said allegedly.
Just like Wikipedia. If it's on Twitter.
It's on Twitter.
It's fact. So I'm just like, because just like, she is his fiance. Like, that's her fiance. Like, what are y'all arguing about that's that serious where you spit on somebody? Because in my household, my mama taught me when somebody spit on you, it's no excuse. Like, you can whoop all types of ass after somebody spits on you.
Yeah. And how do you bounce back from that? She didn't spit on you. You didn't knock her out.
Right?
Is it?
Like, now we can get married, right? Because you don't, and you've learned your lesson that you don't fuck around and spit on nobody if you ain't prepared to get knocked out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Isn't that what well, when I was growing up, the rules in fighting, it wasn't like you have to wait till somebody hits you. My parents always told me, if you feel the need to jump out there and hit somebody first, you have to know that you can potentially get your ass whooped. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can potentially.
So let's say now, for the sake of argument, he was guilty. Now, he's of course still a member of the Ravens. They haven't cut him, let him go. Now,
because it's pending.
But in the NFL, they really don't care. They really go off of what they think first. Roger Goodell, the commissioner, he doesn't really act. He doesn't wait for judge and jury.
Oh, so is it more like, does the team need you?
Yeah, or it's the team, or in his eyes, if you've really done bad, then you got to sit down for a minute. So now
for a minute,
because
if this was real life, you just wouldn't have a job. Like if I knocked somebody out and my job heard about it, I wouldn't work there anymore.
Yeah. So have you heard about the gay player, Michael Sam?
Yeah, I've heard about him.
Now
coming out before the draft,
right? Now. They was talking about how he could potentially not be welcome in an NFL locker room, but Mr. Ray would be. Like, how does that come off to you?
I just feel like, why does it, to the player and how we're supposed to think is y'all going to work every day. So it's gay people at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you...
Yeah, but you're not showering and changing.
Who cares? I mean,
don't say who cares, because at the same time, if a woman was in the NFL, would you expect her to shower in the same room?
That's different.
What's different?
It's a woman.
Yeah, but she's a woman because she has what we want.
Here
if Mr.
you
Man
go.
is in the locker room,
But just because you're gay doesn't mean I want any of you.
I hate that argument so much. Like, even the ugliest woman in the world, like, I may not be attracted to you, but you got what I want. And, in essence, he like the ding dong. If they everywhere, he gonna be happy.
Whatever.
That's the truth.
No, that's not. You don't know that because you're not gay.
You're right. But what I'm saying is, he is attracted to what they have.
Okay,
so I can see how somebody could be uncomfortable with that.
So you don't think that their showers, like, as upgraded as everything is, that they don't take individual showers?
In my mind, I would think that they take individual showers, like, like mini stalls type situations. But the way they be talking about it, they actually shower from each other. So I'm thinking it's like some big pit.
And you don't think there's nobody gay in the NFL now?
There is, absolutely. But it's one thing to think it and one thing to know it.
Whatever. Like, you know when your coworkers are gay. So if you still washing your ass in front of them, whether they've confirmed it or not, that's on you. You know what I mean? Like, have some confidence in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, everybody don't want you or don't want the meat. So even if you're showering and let's say he do want the meat, like, it's still nothing wrong with that unless he touch your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Get the fuck out of here. You can't believe that.
Yeah. You don't think women change in front of each other? You can, as long as it's not sexual harassment, it's legal, right? Am I or am I wrong?
I mean, women are different though.
Here you go.
Y'all are like sensual.
Okay. Anywho, let's move it on.
Right.
To the topic of the day, which is related to Ray Rice. So pretty much, like, I don't want to ask this in the sense because this is like, no, it's not okay. But with domestic violence, like, what the fuck is up with domestic violence? Like, I definitely don't condone it. Mm-hmm. But in some situations, I hate to say this, but I feel like, I'm not going to say you need your ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you need that strong push into a wall. Like, yo, chill out. You know what I mean? Because I'm definitely not for somebody two-piecing a woman or whatever. But I do know that some people wasn't raised to be like, to take all of that. To take that, you ain't nothing. You ain't never going to be nothing. Your stuff small. Like, jumping on your back, cutting you, scratching you up. And you just supposed to, like, pause like a mannequin. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, me personally, I've never hit a woman. I don't think that I ever would. You know what I'm saying? I haven't, and I wouldn't in my mind. You know what I'm saying? But some guys, they do react too quick, like, dinner wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I feel like, whoa.
Yeah, you was petty with yours.
Whoa.
But, like, I will say this. One time I was at the Harbor. It's when it first opened up, and they had put the Awakening, over there by McCormick and Schmidt.
I don't really.
You know what the Awakening is, right? The hand?
Oh, okay.
So, me and my two homegirls were at Potbelly's eating. So, you hear this woman, and she's going off on this man, right? She's cussing him out, you know what I'm saying? Woody, woody, woo, hands in his face, you know what I'm saying? And he seemed to be very calm about the situation, you know what I'm saying? And she said, that's why you's a bitch. And it's like, he so calmly stood up and yoked her up by her arm and walked her through the sand and, like, picked her up and threw her over the railing, right? So everybody's just standing there like, oh my God. And I mean, like, he's like RoboCop with his movement. Like, he's not breaking stride. He don't care how much she resists. And all she keeps doing is, help me, help me, help me, help me.
And did anyone come to her?
Not one person. Because you was very antagonistic with this man. And then when you said, that's why you was a bitch.
Because to me, that's like...
his meter went full.
That's like fighting words. And not that he should have did all of that. I feel like grabbing her arm very forceful and just, like, giving her the good shove.
Yeah, I thought that's where it was going to be. Just like, let's go now.
Shake.
You doing too much now. But no, he proceeded to two-hand pick her up and launched her over the railing.
So I don't know what's more disturbing, that he did that or that nobody else came to her defense.
not one person even acted like they was about to help her.
One time I went to a comedy show and I don't know what happened, but it was like 3 rows in front of me. And apparently this man and this woman, they were not together. But all you saw, whatever happened, I know she said like some slurs, like, use a bitch ass nigga or something like that. He got up. When I say he hit her like 3 times like a dude, like she was still in the seat.
Ooh.
But he like was, and he was swole on top of that.
Yeah.
I don't know where these 4 white gentlemen came from. but I feel like they hopped from the ceiling, and I mean, they dragged old boy out of the show.
Oh.
Like he hit her so hard that the comedian stopped speaking. Like, whoa, what's going? Like, I can't stop, but I can't help but see it. And then when the white guys came back in, they were like 4 Marines, and I don't know where they were from. But I was like,
They was ready.
I was so like the second hit, I got up out of my seat. But what's funny is I was like, what the fuck can I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was yelling, stop! You know what I mean? But I don't want to be the second casualty of this beatdown. You know what I'm saying?
He might be on a rage, a splur, a
right.
spree.
And if had he hit me, then it would have just been really bad after that. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I mean,
I'm married to an OG.
Yeah, don't be. I mean, I would wish that women would stop inserting themselves in the situations like they are a man when dealing with a man, because you just never know how he may pop off. You know,
exactly. And that's I mean, I've never been hit in a relationship, but I've heard from other men that like they don't. Men that have hit a woman that they're like, you know, I don't just be out here beating on women, but I have dated some women like that's what they want. I don't get that on the but like that's how they respond, that's how they act. You know what I mean?
I could see that. Like, to me, some women take turmoil as affection. Like, if our relationship is just too smooth, then it's not right. But I need that rocky roads, you know what I'm saying, to make me feel like you really love me. And I could be tripping, but that's what I see. So I could see a woman like pushing a man's button, so you know he shows some emotion and feelings. You know, smacking her. It's like, oh, he really loved me.
That's weird.
That's just like,
that might be daddy issues. I don't know.
But yeah. I mean, don't hit no women, but they could just push your buttons.
I'm not saying
I've been hit.
Be out here hitting women. You too big to be hitting a woman back.
No, I've been. Yeah, I couldn't. And I was really shocked that she hit me. I was driving. But luckily I was, yeah, I know, right? Luckily I had a beard at the time. So when she punched me in the chin, I was like, oh shit. Like, that really just happened. And, you know, I just, did a U-turn. It's time to drop you back off.
So you didn't just leave her on the side of the road or nothing?
Nah.
No, you're not that type of dude.
Nah, our relationship was a little too serious.
Okay.
But had it been just some random joke,
was it deserved?
I mean, everything was so, it was circumstantial evidence. Like, it was nothing of proof, so.
Were you guilty at the end of the day?
No, I actually was not, well, whatever. The jury didn't find me guilty.
Y'all aren't together today, so, hey.
Yeah, but.
But I mean, I've been really upset at somebody, but I just feel like I'm like a thinker of all the events that could transpire from me hitting you. So not only after I hit you, could you knock me the hell out? You know what I mean? But then you could knock me out. I could hit the corner of the table like Jesus Shuttleworth's mother. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gone. Yeah. I'm dead. You know what I'm saying?
With nobody to tell your story.
Right. I'm not going to get a movie.
Yeah.
So I think about, right. If that, you know what I mean? I ain't got a lot of friends. So...
one thing, if I die, don't put me on a t-shirt. I don't want no rest in peace, Rick.
You know what I don't want? Don't put no stickers on the back of your car talking about, my name, the dates on the back of the car. You know what I mean? Leave me out of that. Just let me rest peacefully.
Yeah, let me rest in peace. Not, none of that.
And don't be kissing me in my casket. That is so weird to me. And don't take no pictures.
Oh, listen. I don't know if she listens, she don't listen, but I had a friend.
Probably not.
Took a picture of another one of our friends that had passed at the funeral and put it on the nigga net. I'm like, shawty, why would you put a picture of this man dead up?
I hate that. Like,
I couldn't understand that.
I know old people, like, I have older family members old family members that have, another family member passed and they got the little picture of the casket, like, framed, on the, like, mantle. Which is still creepy. But when you start like tagging the dead body to its old Facebook account and you like rest in peace such and such, that is so disrespectful to me. And that's like, I don't want to see a dead body. I don't want to scroll through my mini feed and see a dead body.
Yeah.
Don't do that to me.
I mean, it's already wrote out when I pass. I don't know if you ever seen 300 or something. Any of them old
I
Roman movies.
love 300.
When when I die, I want to be pushed on a raft into the water, and then they shoot bow and arrows of fire and send me up that way. I think that's dope. They can take me
I
to the
think that's
Potomac.
illegal though,
Why?
because you can't just be dumping dead bodies. Like I think you
Well,
have to
I'm
be
probably
like,
gonna burn up. Well, y'all gonna have to do it,
that
as a
sounds
secret.
really expensive, and that sounds like a lot of permits and
Take me
codes.
to the Potomac, and just
And that sounds good in a movie, but burning flesh on the Anacostia Bay, like that's not really.
That's gonna be dope.
That,
That's an IG moment right there.
your kid gonna be looking like, yo, his body just. Nobody wants to see a real burning body. It's gonna smell. It's
I mean, I'm gonna be wrapped up, like they did.
like a
but,
mummy.
Yeah.
Carry me through the streets of Southeast. Hopefully, God, please don't let me die no time soon. I'm ready to go. Anyway, let's stop talking about death. So, do we have a
Email. We got an email. Got an email from Homegirl. Real special. And she goes, why does it seem like women these days have no limit as to what they'll do sexually to please someone they're in an undefined relationship with? Like a cuddy buddy or a man you've been seeing for years who doesn't give you the girlfriend title. Do you feel like these women are setting a bad example for those of us who aren't willing to spend tricks for just any old body?
You probably should answer that first.
Well, in my opinion, yes, you should do any and everything that you have at your disposal.
And why is that?
Because it's not enough for y'all. I mean, well, I apologize. It's too many of y'all. So,
So if it's too many of us and we do all this, there's still no guarantee that you're gonna.
But the
First
odds,
of all,
the odds are in your favor.
First of all, for you to be like turning all these random ass tricks for some random ass nigga is way too much. And if it's so many of us that you can go get another one, nigga, go get you another one. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
but you want to be that one. You want to be somebody special to someone.
I am.
Right.
But I wasn't pee popping on a handstand.
I'm almost positive that by the time that ring was slipped on, everything had been out the bag.
Everything was not out the bag.
Damn. He still put the ring on there?
Still coming out of the bag yearly. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
hey,
I want to see it all ASAP.
But this is the point. You haven't locked anybody down. Nobody, and I'm sure, unfortunately for these women, that they're still on you. You know what I mean? Vying for a spot in your life, and they've done all this freaky stuff with you, and you chilling.
But no, I'm chilling like in a way, but there's like an elimination type of
So you won't get bored because you've done all these things in the first 3 months, and now she ain't got
I thought she was gonna say 3 weeks. And I'm like, okay.
Or 3 weeks. I was trying to
whatever.
I
I just feel like for you to want to, you got to set yourself apart, and acting like Mary Jane ain't gonna get you there. You got to.
But ain't Mary Jane giving it all she got?
Man, she ain't give it enough. Obviously,
man.
He was teetering with the wife and her. So if she'd
That's
really
his wife.
Man, so
I mean, the sexual antics versus somebody you built a life with, you can't compare those two.
Why can't you? You seen Harlem Nights? Honey, I'm never coming home again.
Okay. So for me, I just don't agree. You know what I mean? I feel like you can be freaky, and it also depends on your level of freakiness.
Yes.
Yeah, because
some women don't even have a level of, I hate when I hear this. A woman says, oh, I'm freaky, or I'm a freak in the bedroom.
Because what does that entail? You have to get descriptive.
So, you ask them, well, do you do this? No. Do you do that? No.
From the back is freaky.
So, I mean, exactly what is qualifying you to be a freak?
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
You like the lights on sometimes?
First of all, we need to go, we don't need to go into what is freaky.
but yeah, you have to set that boundary of, not boundary, you need to, ask your lady. When she says she's freaky, you can ask 3 questions.
Freaky? But I know some people who have these weird, undefined relationships to us, to the outside. Maybe they have something established that we don't know, but were they doing it all? You know what I'm saying? And when I say it all. And I'm just thinking, do you go out in the daytime with this person? You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be professing your love to a dude or whatever and
he just texted you back.
you know what I'm saying? Like that kind
Okay.
of thing. So you professing your love, like you think you in a relationship, and maybe you are. I don't know.
Right.
But like you don't see the same.
But the
And you
undefined
doing all this
relationships be the
stuff.
best.
I mean, they have been, but apparently women ain't cool with that for too long. Like if that's what you like,
Right.
if it works for you, that's fine. And then do all the freaky stuff you want to do because you're not looking for something more. But when there is a woman, maybe the person that you're speaking on, that's like, you know, oh, just because all these other girls is, swinging from the chandeliers and doing all this crazy stuff, that don't mean that I'm gonna do it. Now she just out of the count. She a good person,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And
she
she
should
still
go
got
find a good guy.
She got some freaky antics, but don't let these other hoes that's out here just doing it for the most, you know what I'm saying?
Right, doing
or
it for the vine.
least, yeah, doing it for the vine. Like I don't agree with it. I've been Before I was married, I've been proposed to twice, and I didn't give it all it takes on the in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, your level of freakiness may be different from mine.
Right.
You know what I mean? I haven't had any complaints, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you got to be, what that entails, what you got to be doing for these undefined relationships. But I've had a lot of undefined relationships, and I was, fine with what I was doing, but I wasn't giving it all.
When it's undefined, it's like it's more special than when you become my girlfriend. Because when you become my woman, it don't feel the same no more.
It don't. Why is that? Because it's like,
I know it's just all me now. It's like, it's my responsibilities.
You are so weird and twisted anyway, because you're very needy. It seems like, you know what I mean? You can do all these things that she can't do. It takes a lot to be your girlfriend.
It does.
It seems. You know what I mean? Let me put that out there. It seems. Because for some reason, people think that we had some kind of history that we really didn't have. So, yeah. It just seems like you're very needy in the sense that you like me.
Well,
me.
It's not that I'm needy. It's just I know what I like and I know what I don't like.
But you want all these things from her that you're not willing to do for, give. It seems.
It seems, but in the end, I am a very, dedicated person to making someone happy. Like, I will go above and beyond if I know you like something to make you happy. But,
Can I get an example?
No. I be giving y'all all these little, these tricks
Not
and
that
trades.
balled up ass card. I hope nobody did that.
I bet somebody did my movie trick ticket though. But we gonna bet that much, but we ain't gonna put them out there. But I bet somebody did my movie trick ticket.
So that makes you happy though.
I mean, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not trying to make yourself happy first, then you losing.
No, you are. I definitely agree that you should be happy.
If I'm not happy, then how am I gonna make you happy?
At the same time, it's give and take, and you doing a lot of taking and no giving. There's no leeway. So you need her to be all freaky, but not too freaky, because then you're gonna think she a hoe. Her.
I assume that everything is for me. I feel like you want to just get to the nitty gritty with me because I feel like it's me.
And that doesn't count against her girlfriend tally if she can. Does sex have anything to do with her being your getting out of the undefined area?
Yes. Well, yes, it does. If you have good...
How much does that wager?
I mean, if it was like a pie chart, it'd probably be like a good... somewhere between the 40 and 60 mark.
And then everything else is based off personality. Do she cook? Do she got edges?
Nah, the more... I'm going to say like 30% of it is now physical. I'm more of a outside beauty than the inner beauty. Hey, I mean,
take you. You done oiled your little edges this weekend.
Listen,
and all of a sudden,
I mean, that's how I've always felt. And there's a lot of good women who agree with what I say, or they agree with how I feel, and they like me, and I like them.
Do you?
Yeah,
and they're in that undefined category.
Yes, and we happy.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna marry
That's
about 5 of them, and we're gonna have a family.
Right. I saw that.
Yeah, kids and all. I want multiple wives. I would love to be a polygamist.
You would?
Absolutely.
That's a lot of work.
I mean, not when it's a team. Yeah.
No, you gotta satisfy. Like you saying that, it's fun now.
Did you watch Big Love?
I did, and he was
Bill,
tired.
Bill had, but
Bill
he
was
really,
tired.
but he had one family per night. Well,
He was
essentially
still
like 2 or 3
tired,
days.
especially with the little young joint, giving him what he need. Like he was leaving the old joint to go to the he was.
Yeah, but the old joint
spreading
is what
himself thin.
keeping the family intact. Yeah,
Man, them women was broke up. Them women was broke the F up. And I'm just saying that, like, that's not the life. I just couldn't even imagine. I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah, you
if my
couldn't.
if my husband had 5 wives, I would be the cheating ass wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm gonna say. 5, that's a lot. And I don't think you can handle it personally.
Well, maybe 5, but I take 3.
You think you can handle 3 and then 3 kids from each of them?
Nah, well, yeah, because they gonna work as a unit to take care of them kids.
So what are you gonna be doing? Just putting babies in them?
I mean, well, I'm gonna play my part.
Doesn't sound convincing. You know, ladies, that's a lot of child support when he decides to duck the hell off. Make sure you get that food social because I'm not with it. But, you know, hey, I'm just saying at the end of the day, you do not have to do all this super duper freaky stuff. Like, why are you competing with the next chick?
Do you know
my
why?
thing.
Because me as a man, I probably got a good, let's say 10 to 15 women that's designated for me already, right? Mr. Man that went to jail, his 15 is floating around. Mr. Homeboy that, is doing hair, his 15 is floating around. So now that's what, 45? That's, readily available, looking for a man. Why shouldn't y'all have to compete? Y'all need to team up.
You are ignorant as hell. Because you not even like, maybe I just have a different view on it. Because even though, no, but when I was single, I still was getting it in. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely wasn't competing for no dude.
I mean, don't look at it as competing.
Or like if I mean, nobody has ever said this to me, like, you need to be a little more freaky or whatever. Right. Or I never felt like, oh, he stopped paying attention to me because this chick is doing something crazy. You know what I'm saying? But if I even feel like, I know when you're dating or it's an undefined relationship that, yeah, you probably got 15 joints on the side or whatever. Don't for 1 minute think that she don't either. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So to her, it's better to date a rack of y'all because she can get everything she want out of, a variety instead of just one. You know what I mean? And y'all halfway way fucked up anyway. Hence you know what I'm saying? And so she got to get all these other qualities she might be needing to look for in all these other dudes. So that's what I'm saying. Like, one of them dudes, not that you sexing all of them, but one of them cool, you know what I mean? With your tricks. So stick with that one. Stop being superficial like Rick, and maybe, you know what I mean? You could probably find that man you like. But not to say that money and all this stuff plays a factor, but like this whole broke ass, like this nigga don't have a lot of niggas that people are dating. To me, they don't have enough of anything to be talking about. You need to be doing all of this and all of that. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm competing with this bitch for what? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes got some good D, if that's all it is. Like, what are you bringing freaky to the table?
Yeah.
For real. Because just slinging it, that ain't it. You know what I mean?
And I'm going to feed you real good.
Not them 24 carats, though.
And that's our show, boys and girls.
Good night.
All right, y'all.